Ciara, honey, what we have going on right now is a situation of Ciara'S prayer gone bad. Shout out to Courtney Michelle in the show she just did yesterday when she showed Ciara'S prayer and everything that she was asking for, because she had come to the realization that she didn't want to do it by herself. She was a single mom. Although she could afford certain things, it was just too much for her, and she wanted something different for herself. I came to that realization too, and I came to the realization when my daughter was a lot older. I think she had to be maybe 10 or 11, and I just said, I don't want to be the strong one. I don't want to have to do this by myself. It was hard, but yet I still had to keep grinding. I had relationships that I hoped would work out to marriage, and for whatever reason, whether it be my fault, whether it be their fault, whether it had been our fault, it didn't. And I was tired. I didn't want to have to do it by myself. And it culminated in 2017. By that time, my daughter was grown and on her own. And it culminated in a relationship that ended violently. And I was really down on myself because for everything that I had accomplished in my life, I could not get the relationship piece right. And I was crying, and I'm asking myself, how did I get to be 50 years old to find myself in an abusive relationship? And I was wondering, would it ever be different for me? One of the reasons I remember that is because I was talked to my dad, and I was crying. And because my dad knows I love hard, he started crying because I'm his only daughter. And he said his hope for me is that I would find true love and true appreciation from a man, and edification from a man before he died. And I said, Dad, I wanted that too. I want to know what good love feels like before you die and before I die. Little did I know I would meet Mr. Randolph about a year later, but it wasn't before I had done the necessary work to find out the common denominator in these relationships with me. Just like Ciara talked about, there are certain things she had to change about herself, and that she met Russell Wilson way before she thought that she would meet the love of her life. The same thing is with me. But I'm going to tell you now, I don't advocate doing it by yourself. We do it by ourselves because we have to, not because we want to. And I'm going to tell you something. Just like my dad said to me, I want every woman that wants to know what good love feels like, to want to know to have a covering looks like, to know what it feels like. I want you to have it. Yes, I was independent. I was independent because I had to be, not because I want to be. And I want you to know what good love feels like.